Germany versus Curaçao preview. Are we about to see a German statement win? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are looking ahead to one of the most interesting matches in Group E of the 2026 World Cup. Germany against Curaçao. On paper, this looks like a game where Germany should dominate. They have the bigger name, the deeper squad, the stronger history, and the kind of attacking quality that can overwhelm almost any opponent when everything clicks. But this is the World Cup, and at the World Cup, paper does not always win football matches. That is what makes this game so interesting. Germany come into this match with pressure, expectation, and a clear need to make a statement. After difficult memories from recent World Cups, this team knows that a slow start is not an option anymore. They need control, they need confidence, and most importantly, they need 3 points. On the other side, Curaçao arrive with a completely different kind of energy. For them, just being here is already historic. This is their World Cup debut. They are one of the great underdog stories of the tournament. They have nothing to lose, and that can make a team very dangerous. So the big question is simple. Will Germany roll through this game like a true tournament contender? Or can Curaçao make life uncomfortable and turn this into a much tighter match than many people expect? Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about Germany. This German side is not just here to participate. They are here to repair their image on the world stage. For a country with 4 World Cup titles, the standard is always very high. Fans expect Germany to go deep. They expect discipline, structure, big game mentality, and ruthless efficiency. But in recent tournaments, Germany have not always looked like Germany. That is why this opening match matters so much. A strong win here would not only give them 3 points. It would send a message to the rest of the group, and maybe even to the rest of the tournament. Under Julian Nagelsmann, Germany are trying to play a modern, aggressive style of football. They want to control the ball, stretch the pitch, press high, and create overloads in wide areas. When Germany are at their best, the ball moves quickly from side to side. The fullbacks push high. The attacking midfielders drift between the lines, and the front players constantly look for spaces behind the defense. Against Curaçao, this could be the key, because Germany will almost certainly have more of the ball. The challenge will not be whether they can dominate possession. The challenge will be whether they can turn that possession into clear chances. That is where players like Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz become so important. Musiala is the type of player who can receive the ball in tight spaces and still find a way out. He can beat one man, sometimes two, and suddenly the whole defensive shape starts to collapse. Wirtz brings a different kind of danger. He is clever, calm, and very good at finding the final pass. He does not need many touches to hurt you. One small movement, one quick pass, and Germany can be inside the box. If Curaçao sit deep, these 2 players will be central to everything Germany do. They will need patience, they will need creativity, and they will need to avoid forcing the game too early. Because sometimes when a big team faces a smaller team, the biggest enemy is not the opponent. The biggest enemy is frustration. If Germany score early, the match could open up very quickly. Curaçao would have to take more risks, and that would create more space for Germany's attackers. But if Curaçao survive the first 20 or 30 minutes, the pressure could slowly shift back onto Germany. That is why the opening phase of this match is so important. Now, let's look at Curaçao. This is not a team Germany can afford to underestimate. Curaçao may not have the same global reputation, but they are not here by accident. A lot of their players have strong football education, with connections to the Dutch football system. That means they understand structure, positioning, and tactical discipline. And with Dick Advocaat as head coach, they also have experience on the bench. Advocaat has been around football for decades. He knows how to prepare an underdog. He knows how to make a team compact. And he knows that against Germany, Curaçao cannot turn this into an open game. Their best chance is clear. Stay organized, stay compact, make Germany work for every chance. And when the moment comes, counterattack with speed and belief. That sounds simple, but it is very difficult to do for 90 minutes. Because Germany will keep asking questions. Can Curaçao defend crosses? Can they protect the space between midfield and defense? Can they stop Musiala from turning? Can they block Wirtz from receiving the ball in dangerous areas? Can they keep their concentration when Germany switch the ball from one wing to the other? These are the details that will decide the match. For Curaçao, the first goal is not to win the game in the first half. The first goal is to stay alive in the game. If they can reach halftime at 0-0, or even just 1 goal down, they will start to believe. And belief is powerful at a World Cup. Germany must be careful with that. Because the longer the game stays close, the louder the underdog story becomes. You can imagine it. Every blocked shot, Every clearance, every counterattack, every minute that passes without Germany taking control. Suddenly, the atmosphere changes. Suddenly, Germany are not just playing Curaçao. They are playing against pressure, expectation, and the fear of another bad tournament start. That is the emotional side of this match. Tactically, Germany should have too much quality. But emotionally, Curaçao have a chance to make this uncomfortable. So where can Germany hurt them? The wide areas will be very important. If Germany can create 2-against-1 situations on the wings, Curaçao will be forced to shift across quickly. And when a defensive block keeps shifting, gaps eventually appear. That is where late runs from midfield become dangerous. Germany do not have to score only through crosses or direct attacks. They can score from cutbacks, second balls, quick combinations, and shots from the edge of the box. Another key will be tempo. If Germany play too slowly, Curaçao can stay compact and comfortable. But if Germany move the ball quickly, especially from one side to the other, they can pull Curaçao out of shape. The best version of Germany is not just possession for possession's sake. It is possession with purpose. Pass, move, switch, attack the gap. That is what they need here. Defensively, Germany also need to stay alert, because in matches like this, the favorite can sometimes relax too much. One bad pass, one missed tackle, one counterattack, and suddenly the underdog has a huge chance. Curaçao will probably not create many opportunities, but they may not need many. One set piece, one long ball, one fast transition, that could be enough to make the game very interesting. So Germany's center backs and defensive midfielders must be switched on from the first minute to the last. They cannot treat this as an easy match. They have to treat it like a World Cup match, because that is exactly what it is. Now, let's talk about the prediction. I do expect Germany to win. They have more quality in almost every area of the pitch. They have more attacking options. They have players who can change the game with one moment. And if they score early, this could become a very long night for Curaçao. But I do not think Curaçao will just collapse immediately. They are disciplined, they are motivated, and for many of their players, this will be the biggest match of their lives. That matters. So I expect Curaçao to start with huge energy. They will defend deep, stay narrow, and try to frustrate Germany for as long as possible. But over 90 minutes, Germany's quality should break through. The key players for me are Musiala and Wirtz. If those two find space between the lines, Germany will create chance after chance. And once the first goal arrives, the match could open up. My prediction is Germany to win. The most realistic scoreline for me is 3, Curaçao 0. But if Germany score early and keep the pressure high, a 4-0 result is absolutely possible. So final prediction, Germany 3, Curaçao 0. A professional win. A strong opening statement. And maybe the kind of performance Germany need to remind everyone that they are still one of the giants of world football. But now I want to hear from you. What is your prediction for Germany against Curaçao? Do you think Germany will dominate from start to finish? Or do you believe Curaçao can shock the world and make this a much closer game than expected? Drop your score prediction in the comments. And if you enjoyed this preview, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more World Cup 2026 match previews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.